Hi everybody, I hope everybody's well. I do apologise. I am uploading Wednesday's video from my webcam on my laptop. I hope nobody minds. I'm just having a little bit of problems with the movie maker that I used to upload my videos, usually on YouTube, in that it doesn't want to work. We're not talking at the moment. So this week we are talking about fall traditions. I'll just be straight with you. We don't have any fall traditions here. I presume you mean autumn or winter traditions. Um, but I don't really have any. My family don't really have any. Um, Younger, I just have kind of memories from growing up younger. I have three brothers, two older and one younger, and there's a place in Dublin called Malahide Castle, which is a kind of a castle, more of a manor house, and with lots of land. It's like a public park as well, and a really, really fun playground. And my parents used to take us there a lot when we were younger, and I just have memories of running around in little wellies and kicking all the leaves and everything, the autumn leaves that fell off the trees. And just hanging out with my brothers doing terrible things, getting covered in muck. Um, and I have one funny memory. One time we went to Malahide Park, the six of us, my brothers, my mum and dad, and we were playing hide and go seek. And we wouldn't have been too young now. Like my oldest brother probably would have been in his teens, and I would have probably been about 6 or 7, and then Brendan, the youngest, would have probably been about 5. And we were playing hide and go seek, and my middle brother David was the person who had to come find us. And my dad whispered to us all, when he closes his eyes, when he does this to go to count to whatever 15 seconds, get in the car. Okay, so so my brother David covers his eyes up. God love him. I don't know how old he was. God love him. Covered his eyes and he was started counting. So we all got in the car. My mom, my two brothers, myself, and my dad. We got in the car, and my dad like drove off. It sounds terrible, right? Okay, social services are gonna get onto me, but if you kind of envision entering the park, and it's just open, a few acres of land, and there was this big massive oak tree, and that's where David was counting. And there's the road into the park before you get to the castle. And so I remember vividly as if it was yesterday, turning around in the back seat to look out the back window, right, and seeing David take his hands away from his eyes and realizing that his entire family are driving away. I remember the car and everything. It was like a really horrible green Rover, and oh, the look on his face was pure. Oh my goodness, I'll never forget it. And we didn't drive away so far as we couldn't see him, and he couldn't see us. But it was just the look on his face. Like we used to always play pranks on each other like that. It was terrible. My dad is like really bad for that. That was probably like my fondest moment, memory ever. But as I say, we don't really have any traditions. We try to meet up as much as possible. We all live within an hour's drive of each other, even less, because there's new motorways being built around here. So we live like maybe 40 minutes away I live, and my brothers live about half an hour away from my parents' house. So we try to meet up as much as possible and chill out and do things. But we don't really have any traditions for Halloween. Then my parents live in the countryside, so when we all used to live at home, we didn't really go trick or treating because it was the countryside and you had to walk like 2 miles to get to the next house. There was a few times when my mum drove to the nearest town and we did a bit of trick or treating in a few housing estates, but we weren't very well known in the area, so my mum was kind of afraid to like bring us out. And the one time she did bring us out, I remember like I seen this kid. You know, it's trick or treat, so usually everybody gives a treat. But one time I seen this child knock on a door, and she was really young, and they opened the door, and some guy came out with a big bucket of water and threw it on her like as a trick. And I was just like, I was only a young child as well, but I was like mortified. I was like, oh my god, like the poor girl. I've thankfully never had a trick played on me when I've knocked on a stranger's door. But usually, back in the countryside, I used to get a lot of fruit, and there was a lovely lady. Gertie was her name. She used to always give me money on Halloween. She used to always get a little purse out and like, "Chugga, chugga, chugga." There you go, a few euro, or it would have been pounds back then. Um, but no, we never really have any traditions. At the moment in school, I'm doing leaf rubbings with all the kids because all the leaves are falling down. Leaf rubbings, talking a lot about like different animals, and I'm bringing in the hedgehogs next week, and I can't wait for you. Those of you who don't know, I have two pet hedgehogs. Two. Yes, I'm a preschool teacher. um, bringing in one hedgehog, bringing in Alfie to meet the children, and they're so excited. I can't wait. Um, so I didn't really don't have anything else. I have a bit of a throat infection at the moment, so if I sound funny, that's why. I said that yesterday in a video I uploaded on my own channel, and then I watched it back and I sound completely normal, but it, like here I sound like I don't know what, like a frog. Um, so that's about it. I hope everybody's well. I'm really looking forward to next week. I hope um just really loving doing these videos. If you don't know, I'll be doing the Wednesday dolls videos now. If anybody has anything to say about that, let me know, because if you don't want me as your Wednesday doll, I can always go back to being the backup doll, and I'm sure Shawnee will have no trouble finding somebody to fill in for the Wednesday slot. But at the moment, I'm really excited about it. I love doing these videos. So let me know what you think in the comments below. And before this video gets any longer, I will say good night to everybody, and I hope everybody's well and having a great October. And yeah, see you next week. Can't wait. Bye bye bye. Bye.